Hello, everyone. Sorry for the delay today. Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about beginning the journey of our change through the tarot. So I've been really excited to talk about getting started, discussing tarot, moving through what I love about the tarot, which is, I love all of it, but which is the major arcana, and giving you some kind of practical ways to think about if you're starting your process of change, if you're starting something new, if you're looking at doing things a little bit differently. Sorry, my camera seems really crooked. Maybe it's me. Um, but just kind of starting this process, learning more about how to journey forward. So that's what we're going to be starting to talk about this week and really through kind of the rest of the year. Really, again, looking at ways and examples for you to use the tarot, use the lessons from the tarot in your day to day kind of thinking about planning and changing. So if you're new here, I'm Mel Morris, and this is Wednesday Woo. I'm super glad that you're here, super glad that you're here to learn, hopefully, a little bit more about what this journey can look like for you moving forward. So, if you got a chance to look at our posts from yesterday or got the email, I talk a little bit about um, how to, for me, I was thinking about how can I really put into context the tarot for folks who are not really familiar with it or think it's a little too woo or, any of those things. And I thought about, there are a lot of stories about the tarot and moving through the tarot. But for me, I felt like this idea of kind of hearing about your journey from this like wise old woman. And so I explained in the newsletter this week, thinking about, if you ask a question, and I tell people this too when I do readings for them, that the tarot is going to tell you what you need to know, not what you want to hear. So that's how I think about this journey. I think about how we, where do we start? How do we move forward? And so I want to start with the Fool. I'm going to change my camera angle a little bit. If you're here, go ahead and say hi. Um, I, sh- I hopefully there isn't anything weird going on today. I've had some challenges the last couple of weeks with this software that I use, but I think that we should be good. Let me just switch over to a different view. Well, I guess I'll show you this first. Let me try this. Ta-da! All right, so it's a weird angle I have here. Everything kind of got moved. So hopefully, hey Faithy, welcome. So hey, Wanda. Good to see you all. So let's think about um, this journey. Let's think about our lives. And again, whether it's that you're getting ready to kind of make some changes in your life or start something new, or you want to start something new. And when I think about this journey through the tarot, we are the Fool, right? We need to start each of our processes in a time and a space where all possibilities are possible, right? All things that we can think of, that we dream about, that we want to do, everything is possible from a space of excitement. Faithy said that it's your tallest and shortest BFFs. That might really be true. So, a quick story about my friend Faith that's here when she's very tall. And when she went to teach in Korea, I said, they're going to think you're Godzilla there. So, yes. And Wanda, she's short, but she's like this cutest little package. So, yes, they it might be the two. Um, So think about, again, if we're starting at the beginning and we're starting with how to move forward, think about if you look at this card and you can tell me what you see when you look at the Fool. I'll see if I can zoom in a little bit. Think about what you see here. Think about what jumps out at you, and we can talk about that a little bit. But I want you to, if I can zoom out a little bit, there's a lot of light where this lives too. Um, but think about, what you see. If you can kind of see his face, and there's kind of better images on my Facebook page or on Instagram of these images as well. But think about, he's got this kind of look on his face where it's just like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here. And I don't really care that I don't even notice that there's nothing below me. I'm just moving, right? There aren't these cares and concerns. He's got his little hobo stick and he's just going, right? He's not bringing with him um, any other baggage, right? And so, as you begin your journey or you're thinking about starting this new journey, I want you to think about being in a space where a you feel really excited, right? If you're thinking about, lots of people will ask me like, well, how do I know if I should do this or this? How do I make a choice? Well, if one of those choices makes you feel this level of excitement, right? This like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. That's amazing. That's a beautiful feeling. That's the path that you want to start moving down, right? But when you start that process and you start, let's say even it's a new relationship, right? You don't want to bring the baggage from the past with you moving forward. Well, hello, sis. Yeah, so she said that I see a man walking with not a care in the world. Absolutely. So as you're moving forward, right, the message here, as let me back up and say, we are the Fool in this instance, right? This next few weeks of talking about this journey is really about us, right? So it's us in a space where we're going to learn all these lessons moving forward, right? So as I talk about this, as I talk about like this story of this wise woman, again, the cards are like the wise woman giving us advice, right? And so I'm going to try to kind of frame it that way. I'm going to frame this story moving forward as we are the Fool in this story. We are the at that beginning point of zero, right? There's nothing before, nothing we need to worry about. And the voiceover, if you will be the people and lessons that we meet along this journey, right? So starting with the Fool, and I see, several people again just noticing like taking this leap of faith, happy for whatever's happening. If you think about too, think about, as a baby, right? If we take this really back to the beginning, babies don't have innate fears about things because they haven't experienced things to be fearful of, right? If you don't know to not be scared about something, then you don't have a fear of it, right? So think of yourself in this instance as the Fool. You're starting this journey. You are ready to take this leap of faith and just move forward. And as you do that, you have to come from a space without the baggage, without all the shit that you were carrying before, without the weight of all the things that have happened to you in the past. You have to move forward with this clean slate and with that level of energy, right? Of just pure, like, I'm going for it. Okay. Let me know if you've got any questions about that as we move forward. But yeah, so just think about that for a minute. Think about, whatever new ventures, plans, hopes for beyond 2020, moving forward, how can I release some of the baggage that I've been hanging on to based on whatever that is I'm trying to change? How can I release the baggage on that and come from a place of just like curiosity? Like, I don't know what's to come. I'm just going to walk off this cliff and see what happens, right? Yes. So, my goddess daughter, Faith's daughter, is in love with the ocean, and you know, we were at the beach, and she just saw the water, and she just didn't want to stop. Like she just started walking, and she was just going and happy and excited, and there was no fear, like, oh my God, I might drown. Right? There was no fear of anything other than this looks like fun. This looks amazing. I need to be in this water. And obviously, I mean, I didn't let her go in, but that's the thinking, that's the feeling that I want you to think about as you're moving forward into anything that's coming, into your life, or you're trying to move forward, right? So, so that's the Fool. That's the starting place, right? And we're only going to do 3 today because I really want you to take some time and think about these 3 cards. And again, if you didn't see the fuller image and a little bit of context, go ahead and look at Tarot Tuesday, the image that we have there, and there's a little more explanation. But think about beginning your journey from this space of the Fool. Okay, so now as we're walking, as again we're the Fool. The wise woman is letting us know that next we're moving into meeting. I hate how these cards look from that camera angle. Because they're really so pretty. But let me make me maybe a little bit bigger. See if I can make that a little bit smaller. All right, I'm not going to worry about the technical stuff. So now we've started our journey, right? We're moving forward. We're walking towards that ocean, right? We're excited. We don't have baggage with us. We're at a clean slate. And now, we start the path and we run into the magician. Okay. So the magician is, as the wise woman, or this piece of you, the magician is giving you the message that you have all the tools that you need already within you, right? So again, if I go back to like the baby reference, I guess, as an infant, you don't know what you don't know. You don't know that maybe you should be scared of fire because it's hot, but you also have this knowing, this connection to everything that is bigger than you, right? You have this connection that is allowing you to maneuver in a space, maneuver in a way that, sorry, moving me around, that just feels comfortable, just is natural. Just you have all the tools that you need in order to maneuver in your day-to-day life, right? So it's a little hard to see in this image because this camera's being weird. But again, if you look from yesterday, there's all the tools from the tarot, each of the suits that represent your emotions, your thoughts, the tangible things that are in your life. All the suits are represented in this card. All of the pieces that you would ever need, as far as, he's pointing up, he's pointing below, letting you know that there is this connection between you and, kind of where you are on this plane and beyond, right? However you believe, whatever you believe is a higher power, the universe, God, goddess, however you connect with things that are bigger than yourself. Again, the magician is reminding us that we have that innate connection, that we have all the tools that we need to move forward, right? Because sometimes we feel like, I'm going to bring the fool back in for a second. Sometimes we feel like, the knowing, the part of us who thinks we know everything and has experienced thing, sometimes we tell ourselves like, you know what, you don't know enough. You're not good enough. You don't have the qualities, the qualifications, the blah, blah, blah bullshit. And the magician is here to remind us from the beginning, right? The first lesson that we learn is that you're good. You've got every single tool that you need to succeed, right? So, just like before, I want you to take a look at this card and tell me, what you see, what jumps out at you. I'm going to give you a second to look at it, and just let me know, what are some things that you notice in this card. I'm going to try to change the coloring a little bit, and go ahead and pop it in the chat. And feel like I was close. Yeah, let me know what jumps out at you. So, but everything is here. You can't see it as perfectly, but I will say that, we see the sword here, which represents our thoughts. We see the cups here, which represents our emotions. He's holding the wand up and beyond, to let you know that's our actions, our ability to take action. And the stone here has the little pentacle on it. That's everything we need. Okay. So again, reminder for you that's that indication that you have everything that you could possibly need to move forward on this journey. Okay. So, all right, Faithy. So now as we move forward, the last thing that we'll talk about today is, now as we continue down this path, we've started our journey. We've taken that leap of faith. We have moved forward and learned that we have all the tools that we need. We have everything that we need to be successful, to do anything that we want moving forward on this path. And now we run into the High Priestess. Okay. So the High Priestess now, she is the embodiment of our intuition, right? She is letting us know that, again, this connection, that we have this connection to our higher self, however you identify that. She's letting us know that you have the ability to see kind of what's behind the sheet there, right? What's between you and whatever else there is. She represents that little voice in your head that is telling you the right way to turn, the right way to go. Again, she's tapping into that. I'm sorry, telling me, see you later, sis. So, she's telling you that you have that connection to that little voice who is going to lead you in the right direction, that's going to move you forward however you need to move. It's not your thoughts that's, where anxiety can come in and move you in one direction over the other. This is your intuition, your gut feelings, right? Your again, I mean, I'm always going to come back to that little voice in your head that that is connected, that is always going to give you the best advice, move you in the best direction possible. And in a practical sense, again, as we think about if we're using this path as a method for us to make change, to start thinking about our future, we started in a space where we're going to move towards what excites us and makes us feel good. We have all the things that we need to be successful in that. And the high priestess is letting us know that, as things come up, as you grow and evolve and you move into this new space, new relationship, new job, career, whatever that is for you, that there's always going to be this little voice that's going to be there moving you, telling you how to move into the right direction. You just have to quiet yourself a bit in order to listen to that little voice. Right. And that can be via meditation or journaling or however you can find the opportunity to sit and just listen to yourself, right? Ask yourself questions. How should I be moving forward? What's the best direction for me, right? All of these pieces combined, these three cards, especially again, beginning the story here. I'm going to back out a little bit so you can see. But all of them together are starting you on the path, letting you know within that you're ready, right? Feel that excitement as you get ready to move forward. Move towards things that make you feel good, that make you feel happy, that aren't allowing you to carry that baggage, right, from the past with you. Okay. And as you move that forward, again, you have everything you need. The magician's letting you know you have everything you need. And then the high priestess is letting you know that, if you get lost, if you go astray, if you get sidetracked, if the world throws something on you, that it's okay. You have this little voice that's always going to be there that you can always come back to connect with, to get you back on track. Okay. And so I hope, and I'll be writing a bit more about these and other cards moving forward. We're going to go through all of the major arcana cards. Again, that's really, those cards are about the big life lessons that we have to learn in our life, and really kind of the meat of what the tarot is all about. I want to let you know also that our Wednesday woos are going to be moving exclusively into the WTF group. So if you're not already over there, make sure you head in there so you can get more information about the tarot. You can be here for these lives every Wednesday at 2:00. And then our Friend Fridays are going to continue. I have an amazing guest coming in this week, Maricela Robles. And you're going to love her. You're going to love meeting her, talking to her. Make sure you come with questions for her. She works. She's an author. She creates these beautiful children's books. And we are, going to have a great conversation too about starting this path, even from youth moving forward, right? So Friend Fridays will be here, will be on the page for everybody to see. But if you want to continue this journey and continue to learn a little bit more about the major arcana and how you can use that in life, that's going to be specifically in the WTF group after today. So join me over there. It's free to get in. So come on over there. And if you have any questions about, starting work with these particular three cards, go ahead and pop it in the chat. I will check back in and answer your questions. And then otherwise, I'll see y'all on Friday, where, again, we're going to have this wonderful talk with my good friend who oversees Meditation Fairy. I'll make sure that there's links so you can connect with her before and after our talk. So thanks for being here today. I hope that you have a spectacular week and stay magical. I'll talk to you soon.